It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the reigning AFC champs and the Raiders on Monday night.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
Stadium. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he'll look downfield for Waller. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
That is absolutely demoralizing for a defense, because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Jackson to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped him. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now it's Jackson. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, 26 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing now is Carr. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised him and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
He's going to float this one deep right side and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now, Jackson. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Jackson on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. He hits Adams, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up. And can you imagine being in that little partner? You know they look at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to hold him him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. The catches for him just keep piling up in his career. He's now at 1,024. And that ties Isaac Bruce, the number that he had back in the day.
Yeah, part of the greatest show on turf. And remember, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt combined for nearly 2,000 catches in their careers. He might get to 2,000 himself with the number.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Steelers have taken the lead. So a fake field goal run in for the touchdown. That can be a huge momentum swing.
And that's got to drive a defensive coach and a special teams coach crazy. Someone else running it in on a fake field goal when you're supposed to be alert for it. Terrific play by the offense, not so much by the defense.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Carr. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. As the offense takes the field, we zero in on Lamar Jackson. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great. Protection's
been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he goes down, it's a sack. They get it back at his own 3-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Hey, we're good.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
To throw his Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. From midfield, here's Carr. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. On first down, Carr. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. 6 yards left on second down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
To throw is Jackson. And it's complete to Adams.
That's all you got!
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, baby. Keep it rolling.
Davante Adams, 72 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. 53 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. From the 25 on second down, Carr and Waller taking it in over the middle.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The old Von Miller there on the tackle.
Man, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Now Carr. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
6-18.
A give. It's Jacobs off the option. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Hey, that's all day,
Von
baby.
Miller
You're shot.
drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out comes Devontae Adams of the offense for their next drive, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 120 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now they'll throw with Carr. 20-yard line. Cameron Hayward able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Will find his tight end. That's Waller. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Steelers! Coup for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Carr gonna throw. And he'll look downfield for Waller. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half, and with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Jackson on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Brandon with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Tony Pollard, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we'll stay in the AFC East as we jet down the coast to check on the Dolphins at Hard Rock Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Steelers. And it was important for them to get the season off on the right foot. And they've done just that, thanks to a very solid outing by their passing offense thus far. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Jackson now. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Looking deep for Adams. And got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Davante Adams. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Mike 40, check, he's coming. Watch the
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. 2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
40's Mike, 40's Mike. You can't block me. You can't.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the 29, Carr going to throw deep for the end zone, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Again, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Jacobs. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. One more time with Jacobs, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. To throw, it's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The one with the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Parkey is good, and they knock that deficit down from 29 to 26. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the ground, it's Harris. Fighting through and able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Get wide. Switch. Return it.
Jackson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and his Vegas offense operate. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again.
Mike 40.
Throwing his car on third down. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline.
And that's caught inside the 30. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Devontae Adams with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the... week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now here's another carry for Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And here Here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Flush to his right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Check. Tight dog. Check 99. Check 99.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown! Najee Harris from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Not much there, only a yard. Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Carr to throw again. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. N'Keal Harry there to make the grab. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for. And taken right near the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. That catch good for only a couple. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now Carr. Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Trucks over him, and he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
I'm trying to understand it. I just can't. I'm trying to understand it.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
They run the counter. Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
7 yards, the pickup there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Over the middle, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. first down. Carr. Pass incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Carr again. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking deep for Adams. He's got a man complete.
Nothing here! Nothing here!
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Coup now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.